Welcome along. It is the AFC Champions League and we are at the final group game in this match day 6. Group J, Eastern section. It is Kitchee against Vissel, Kobe first against second, and if Kitchee take a point today, they will make it through to the round of 16 and the knockout stages. So we go to the final day with so much at stake. The withdrawal of Shanghai Port left us with a 3-team group, and as you can see, just a single point separating the top two, with Shanghai United propping up the group with just a single point from their matches. A Sunrise venue in Thailand for today's encounter, and after what has been a really busy few weeks, we reach a stage where both clubs have so much to play for. Kobe almost there. Really poor season in the J League, bottom after 10 games. So this has been a welcome distraction for the Japanese club, who finished their domestic season in 2021 in third place, but as mentioned, this time round it's been really poor. So this gives them an opportunity of playing in Asia's top club competition. It is a welcome distraction, as said, and they are on course for the round of 16. But as for their opponents from Hong Kong, Kitchee, well, they were Premier League champions in 2021. They've competed in the AFC Champions League previously. Last year they didn't get out of the group stage. This time round they hope that they can go one better. Could be in the white and black. Well, when the sides met earlier in this competition, it was Kobe who came away with a 2-1 success, hoping to repeat that achievement. Kobe aiming for top spot, their determination to finish this group as winners. A goalless draw for the Japanese side against Shanghai United last time out, but then before that they put 6 past the same opponents and kept a clean sheet in the process. So they have found goals in this competition, relatively easy to come by, except for the last encounter, stalemate against the basement club in Group J, coached by Spain's Miguel Angel Lotina. His opposite number for the Hong Kong Premier League champions, Alex Chuchikon. Well, it looks as if the rain will stay away. Last couple of games at this venue suspended during really incessant rain, which caused the cancellation of those matches, but we are all set to go, and the teams are on their way out. So decent weather conditions. Previously, of course, the suspension of a Champions League game at this very venue. Well, no surprise that both coaches decide to make changes to their starting lineup. It has been the case throughout this AFC Champions League group stage. Starting 11 for Kitchee FC, and there we go for Kobe. Let's take a look at the sides then in this East section. Vital game for Kitchee today. Matt Orr is a player who is drafted back into the side. Just the one change then from the team that beat Chiang Rai 3-2 last time out. Cheng Chin Lung drops to the bench, and that is the formation we anticipate they will go with today. Our referee Mohammed Abdullah from the United Arab Emirates, his assistants, and our two captains taking centre stage. As for Vissel Kobe, in come Leo Osaki, Yuya Nakasaka, Ryo Hatsushi, and Masuke Hidaka. They're the four changes from the side that featured last time out, with their coach from Spain, the vastly experienced Miguel Angel Latina, the substitutes. And so we reach the stage where one or both of these clubs can find themselves competing in the round of 16. All those Kitchee players with the experience of Dejan Damjanovic, now 40 years of age. Clayton is another, offers a real goal-scoring threat, now 35. So no shortage of experience for the Hong Kong champions. But it's those players from Kobe that go in top of the group. So it is Vissel Kobe then, whose form domestically has been bitterly disappointing. Look to take one more step closer to the next round of this club competition, Asia's most prestigious, and their form in this three-team group has seen them top of the table almost there. Early touch for 21-year-old Yugi Kobayashi, just operating on this near side, but it's Kitchee then with a chance to create something in the final third in those blue shirts and blue shorts, in fact the all blue outfit of Alex Chuchi Con's side. A 3-2 victory over Chiang Rai United then, setting them up nicely and keeping their options very much alive on match day 6 for these clubs. There is Miguel Angel Latina, Kobe's man in charge, captained by number 5, Atari Yamaguchi, now 30 years of age. Here's Makino, who's 34, spells at FC Cologne and Urara Red Diamonds. Lincoln is furthest forward, the 21-year-old Brazilian who joined last year. Well, the first real test then of the Kitchee defensive line. Kobe with support within this stadium, and Paulo Cesar, the goalkeeper, with her first potential challenge. Rio Hatsusi away on that far side with that left foot to swing it in, and thumped away. So just a goal between the sides in their previous group meeting. Kobe won it by 2-1. Makino to find Kobayashi, and then Kobayashi's challenge allowed to go, but not the second by Hidaka. Yoshi Chun, the player who was bundled over. She's number 2, already among the goals so far in these Champions League group stages, scored in their 3-2 triumph over Chiang Rai United. Well, Clayton, another that provides the experience, and Taya Miyakawa, who's 6'3", having to defend this Kitchee set piece towards the far post. A connection on it, but not able, Elio, to direct that header on target. Certainly climbed well under pressure, but again drifting wide of the mark. Another Brazilian within these Kitchee first team playing ranks, 36, so see the amount of experience they have. Players at the veteran stage using his 6'2" frame to get up with that set piece opportunity for the Hong Kong Premier League champions. Susi winning the throw for Kobe, and then across that back line with Makino able to gather her up, and Kobayashi is always in close supports. Nakasaka involved in the build-up play. And another decent ball into the feet of Rio Hatsusi. Possession early on favouring the J-League side, who rather surprisingly prop up their own domestic league. Arrowed out towards the far side, once again able to pick out a white shirt, and then into the feet of Lincoln, who looks to spin away. Encouraging start then for Kobe. Kawa to venture out of his 18-yard area, and a rather loose pass gives possession back and just doesn't drop favourably. And again, Kobe can look to build, which they do quickly. Clayton through the middle. Akasawa is there, a ball that eludes all of them and rolls away from danger, but there is the presence of 21-year-old Lincoln. He will be the target, the focal point going forward. Not able to get on the end of that attempted cross. So Kitchee very much with their destiny in their own hands. Just a draw enough to give them the qualification that they crave, having just missed out in 2021. Too much on that for Yuki Kobayashi, the 21-year-old, to deal with. Nagasaka's ball. Clayton had put himself in a bit of trouble, came through to Lincoln just for a moment, but again not able to make anything of it. But he remains furthest forward in Kobe colours, with this early pattern of play dominated by the J-League side. A few more yards gained, and Roberto's throw. Born in Sao Paulo, so was Clayton. You've got Elio, another veteran Brazilian skipper on this side. You've got Damjanovic, now 40 years of age. Dan Damjanovic involved in that piece of play, trying to combine with Roberto, whose throw this time finds a blue shirt, and they can sweep it towards that left side and fire it in on the angle. Well, certainly worth an effort, but not able to force a save in the end. Shinichi Chan, it was, the 19-year-old, with the angled strike and wide of the intended target, but able to get forward and take that shot on and get the effort away. Makino, and then the square ball to the recalled Leo Asaki. This is Hidaka, able to turn, and then Shion Onunue is the player who helps it out towards the far side. Onunue scored in the reversed fixture, looking for more joy against Kitchee today. Well, the Hong Kong side have had a decent chance from Shinichi Chan, even though it's Kobe who continue to boss these early first half proceedings, just past the 10-minute mark. And it's Makino again. Yamaguchi's ball. Saki, who had a spell at Yokohama, reaching the veteran stage of his career. And then Hidaka's ball is perfectly placed. Kusaka's ball, and then the cross by Yamaguchi, volleyed away. Good work for that Kitchee defence to deal with. And play brought back for the challenge, which has resulted in a Kobe player down, and hopefully okay to continue. There was the cross that came in by Yamaguchi, just trying to target Rio Hatsushi. Shion Inoue is okay to concede and continue, and Makino's square ball, and then Asaki away down that right flank. Encouraged by their early starts, what, 12 played, and they're better football certainly from this side, from Japan's J-League, without any reward and any end product at the moment. Really been able to get Lincoln in on the game for all the fine approach play. It's been Alex Chuchikon there, whose Kitchee side, limited possession-wise, have created the better of the very few chances that have been fashioned inside the opening quarter of an hour. No VAR in this competition, and a reminder that it is the group winners that go through automatically to the round of 16, and then the three best runners-up from both the west and eastern section. This eastern section, the qualification process means that with Shanghai Port's withdrawal, games against the bottom clubs in their groups do not feature when it comes to working out the best three runners-up spots. And this, of course, is a three-team group, Group J, made up by the bottom club, Chiangrai United. Kitchee, having scored a goal more than Melbourne, currently in the pole position, the prime spots, to be one of those three best runners-up. Certainly a point gives them absolute confirmation and clarity. They could, of course, win this group because they are only a point behind Kobe going into this final game for these two clubs in Group J. There's Matt Hoare, another to be drafted back into the starting lineup. away on the volley by Saki. To negotiate another free kick situation, which Clayton delivers. Second opportunity and a poor final ball in. Two coaches, Kitchee and well Angel Latina. Away at the first time of asking, he chases on before Lincoln, rather outnumbered by those blue shirts, chip long. Damjanovic will try and close down the space there, Damjanovic. And then back come Kitchee with a chance for Damjanovic to get the shot away. And Merkawa scrambling away to his right-hand side. Well, the veteran with a chance to look up, took a deflection en route to goal. Lacked any real genuine pace. Deflection just slowed the ball down on its way through, and Merkawa can gather comfortably. Damjanovic played for Montenegro, played in Korea and China. He's had a varied and certainly very interesting professional career. Saka and Lincoln involved. Lincoln trying to make inroads in that rather congested penalty area. Here's Makino once again. Yamagachi is the skipper there. Had a spell in Germany, did Hotaru Yamaguchi. First touch to send Kitchee forward. Roberto's ball. 33 is Jaechon Kakun. Started his career at Manchester City in the youth ranks before moving on. Roberto tries to find Damjanovic. Other blue shirts in support, including Luo Ji-chun. Kobe able to gather it up through their captain Yamaguchi, bring it away. Space for Ryo Hatsushi. Comfortable so far as we head towards the 20-minute mark to thread that through one back, and Damjanovic involved in this set-up play. He'll continue his run forward. It is Matt Orr to really get in the game for Kitchee. '15 is Roberto, just able to drop that ball off. a point separating the sides. Both can qualify, and 20 minutes with nothing to separate these two Group J rivals. Roberto again. Away by Osaki, but straight to a blue shirt, and well, a couple of yards won by Matt Orr. There he is. Started his career, part of a college career it was, playing in the United States with San Francisco. There's a shot from some way out that takes a deflection and goes behind for, well, an opportunity maybe to create something from the set piece. It was Ruslan Mingazov with the strike. And Clayton's corner. Important header away. Lincoln back to help out. It may well come in again. It does. Well, managed to direct the header goalwards, but Mekawa dealing with the captain's header from the Brazilian centre-back. Helio got up well, then comfortable enough as the headed effort, and in the end, very straightforward for Taie Miyakawa. Kino's ball, and then given away, and a shot from Damjanovic, and the save from Mekawa. Well, that is what the striker can come up with. Opportunity to turn, afforded plenty of space, and then get the strike away. Angled effort. And once again, forcing Miyakawa into action. Still going strong then at 40 years of age in the blue colours of Kitchee, who've certainly created the better first half opportunities. Kino steps forward, just a pocket of space, and Kobayashi getting forward down this near side. Yuki Kobayashi. Free kick goes against Yuya Nakasaka, and still level with the best part of 20 minutes of this first half remaining. The Hong Kong Premier League champions bringing in Matt Orr for Kobe, the likes of Osaki and Nakasaka, Hatsushi and Hidaka returning to feature in this first team, bidding for round of 16 participation. Tied it up defensively, and then neat feet to backheel that, and then caught in the process by Lo Chi-chun. Kobayashi can bring it forward. Easy enough for Paulo Cesar and his Kitchee defenders. Not had much to do in that Kitchee goal so far. Meant for Damjanovic. Again, up towards the number 9, instead with Nakusaka, and another challenge, another free kick given. Neither able to really dominate proceedings so far, with more of the goal-scoring threat. Kobe with plenty of possession, but nothing they've done with it so far. Helio can control and clear, and then Damjanovic's ball, and here he is again. Frustratingly breaking down in that final third. Lincoln having to come deep to get involved and pick up possession. Fullback will push forward down this near side, and then Makino's ball, and in the end Hidaka able to pick a pass. Neither able yet to find the required first half breakthrough. Just over a quarter of an hour of this first half to change that and end this group stage stalemate. Hidaka. Just beyond Rio Hatsushi. Well, Miguel Angel Latina has seen his side enjoy plenty of possession, but there's been no tangible reward. And we're set up for the last 15 minutes or so of this first half. Still awaiting an opening goal. Can Kitchee change that? Options both ways. Decides to bring Lord Chi Chun into play. Roberto, Hong Kong national team, he featured for, played for Botafogo, trying to set them forward one more time. Left for Yamaguchi to hook away from the danger zone. Back one more time, and then a defensive header towards Lincoln, who stays forward for Kobe. Just as the Group J table suggests, these teams look very well matched on the evidence of the opening 30 minutes. Remember, only a point separates the top 2 teams in this group. It's Chiangrai United who are the club that are propping up the table. Yamaguchi's square ball. Look at that, over 74% of possession from the J League club. but the opening has so far proved beyond them. Darker shot. Two defences that have come out on top on match day 6 for these two Group J rivals. Better able to look up, and players in space close by, providing the necessary support, among them Chechon Kakun, who he is again. Lincoln loses out. Chechon. And maybe a chance. Well, Damjanovic, just for a moment, with an opportunity as good as Kitchee have enjoyed, with a fine ball threaded through, and credit the defensive work of Leo Asaki to get back, and that right foot just got a touch on it to take it away and behind. Really important defending from the recalled Leo Asaki. It was a lovely ball that was knocked through into the path of Damjanovic. And it's Kitchee that continue to carry more of the goal threat. Clayton to hit that, it'll come back out, and well, a scuffed effort, a miscued strike, and then another header lacking any degree of accuracy. But just a moment ago, able to get in behind the defence with a lovely through ball. Stepped away from the on-running Clayton, and then able to get it clear, and just bundled over was Lincoln. It's a word for Chechon Kakun. There's the 21-year-old then, in his second year with Vissel Kobe. The responsibility of leading the line today, chances for him have been few and far between, and the stalemate maintained with just over 10 minutes of this first half remaining. Headed away by Yamakawa. Now Hidaka testing a defence that deals with it through Chechon Kakun, and then forward themselves with Damjanovic on the charge with a shot. White shirts in front of Damjanovic to make sure that did not get through. Yamaguchi skippering this Kobe side. And now Osaki drilled to the feet of Lincoln. Got there first, but there was no one providing any level of support. Alaseza can clear. And we're into the final 10 minutes of this first half. Competitive, well matched. And a keeper who has been relatively untroubled in this first half. It's his first choice, last line of defence, Paulo Cesar. Kobe creates something with the angle for the cross. Beto was the player back to defend and volley away under pressure. More pressure with Kobayashi's ball. Well, he'll know his side. Alex Kitchee may have struggled when it comes to the possession statistic. You look at the chance moments ago from Damjanovic, you look at some of the earlier scoring opportunities, and when they get the ball into that final third, they have looked dangerous, and they've defended well. There is the pass count as Elio returns the ball to Paulo Cesar, and then given away very cheaply with a poor ball. Could be in trouble now as Lincoln looks for a way through. Shifted it onto his right foot, got the effort away. It was blocked, but poor by the keeper with a pass out that caused him and his teammates all sorts of problems. Now Kitchee on the front foot, Manowar involved in that far side. Throw it to the Hong Kong Premier League champions as we go from one end to the other in the closing drama of this first half. Are we to have some sort of first half breakthrough? Slip forward by Roberto. Here's Law Chichon. Back it comes to the Brazilian, who's forced back. And then there's Chichon Kakun's ball, and gathered up by Merkawa. Going into the fixture, all about a draw for Kitchee to make absolutely sure. Kobe, of course, topping the group. Norwich coming off second best. Decent defensive header to get it away, and the defence is cancelling each other out. He's had as good a chance as has fallen the way of Kitchee as Damjanovic, and then Lincoln at the other end. A couple of half chances for the Brazilian 21-year-old, but they've been shut out and closed out. Here's Yamaguchi. Lincoln, and now Kobayashi. It's been a pattern that was set early on, certainly dictating the first half exchanges. But so far, lacking the necessary finish. Room away on that far side, maybe to exploit. Plenty forward, goes short to Nakasaka. Again, a frustrating conclusion to the latest move, the latest approach play from Kobe, with the assistant referee's flag far side for an offside. Coming back from an offside position, and the player Shion Inoue, who scored in the reverse fixture, is penalised, and that is a lot more convincing in terms of a clearance from Paulo Cesar. A few moments ago it was a clearance that almost played his side into trouble. There's Lord Chichun involved in the build-up play on this near side, able to continue and pick out Damjanovic. Right foot shot again. It's fairly straightforward in the end from Taya Merkawa. got the bounce of the ball, and here's the veteran number 9 to get the latest goal-bound effort in on Mayakawa's goal. There's the shots, 10-2 for Kitchee. Tells the story of the first half. In terms of opportunities, they are the dominant team, but it's Kobe in terms of possession. Just played short and could be in trouble. Little layoff towards Lincoln, goes down, penalty. That's the moment they were looking for, squared by Yamaguchi, and Lincoln goes toppling over, and the referee in absolutely no doubt. There's the captain, Hatari Yamaguchi, got forward, defensive error, and then unselfishly tried to roll it into the path of the 21-year-old Brazilian, who in turn is caught. Challenge, Raul Baiana is the player who has been penalised, and Kobe with a late first half advantage. There he is, Raul Baiana. Espanyol Granada Melbourne victory on his CV, but his rash challenge has handed Kobe a first half advantage, surely with a spot kick. Referee will want to get those players cleared out of the 18-yard area. Well, they haven't created too much of real quality, but a spot kick chance has come their way, and the man who was fouled has the responsibility. Spot kick duty to Lincoln to send them in with a single goal lead. Can he maintain his composure in a high-pressure situation? It's Lincoln to find the bottom corner. Cool as you like from the 21-year-old, with one of those run-ups in which he stops, waits, but then the finish unerring. And no chance, Paulo Cesar nestles in the bottom corner. It's Kitchee have had the chances, but they haven't taken them, and Kobe have struck very late in the first half. They lead by a goal to nil. There's the penalty incident, just caught. And there is the spot kick, successfully converted by Lincoln to give Kobe the first half initiative. On his return, plenty of changes made by Miguel Angel Latina. Is there an instant reply? Fired wide. Well, no wonder there's the applause for a ball that was really teed up nicely. Ruslan Mingazov and Mayakawa was not comfortable in that Kobe goal as it flashed wide of the mark. Almost an instant reply from the Hong Kong Premier League champions in the final minute of the opening 45. 2 minutes of stoppage time to be played. This time the free kick goes against the goal scorer. Penalised for the challenge on Chichon Kakun, but he has made the difference. He's won the penalty, he's taken the penalty, and we're into time added on. important challenge at the heart of that Kitchee defence. It was Chichon Kakun who got that intervention, timed to perfection. Well, they should be there. Just need to see out this final 60 seconds of time added on. It's been a first half display less than convincing. Italo Yamaguchi played a part in that penalty they won. Roberto, clip ball, which is helped towards Damjanovic, penalty. Well, what's drama at the end of the first half? Leo Osaki, as that ball is played in, and he is penalised on his first team return. And just when Kobe thought they were going in with a first half advantage, it's a penalty at the other end. Drama at the end of the first half, and Dejan Damjanovic, who has gone closest with a chance to tie it up with a penalty so soon after Lincoln had scored for Kobe. A step up, beautifully done by Dejan Damjanovic. Final action of the first half, and they are firmly back into this contest. Damjanovic's penalty after Osaki was penalised for handball. Referee in no doubt at all, and the 40-year-old striker steps up and does not disappoint with a super finish. Well, it's back in the balance. Two late first half goals, and just when Kobe thought they had the first half advantage, Kitchee have struck back almost immediately. Players leaving the playing area at the end of a dramatic conclusion to this first half. Two goals late on, both penalties, one from Lincoln and one from Damjanovic. And we have 45 minutes left in this AFC Champions League group stage match. It is 1-1 at the interval. Well, welcome back. Late drama in the first half. 2 penalties. And the player in picture, Dan Damjanovic, scored one of them to tie it up and bring Kitchee level after Lincoln had scored from the spot for Vissel Kobe. Going into this fixture, Kitchee knew a draw would be enough to take them through to the round of 16. Kobe in top spot, also looking in prime position for the knockout stages. Here we go then. The all blue of the Hong Kong Premier League champions, Kitchee, looked as if they were going to be trailing at the break. Taru is the player off, and Gisa has come on. It's the change at the start of the second half. Gisa Sakurauchi is on for Kobe then. For long periods, despite Kobe's possession, nothing to show for them as the first opportunity of the second half with just over a minute played. No wonder Matt Hoare with the thumbs up. It was a lovely ball delivered into the area and between 2 defenders, and just couldn't get it on target, but haven't seen too much of him. Back in the starting lineup, there was an opportunity as good as he's got, one of the best that Kitchee have created. Yeah, a game where Kobe dominated from a possession point of view. The opponents had the better chances, then Lincoln put the J1 League side ahead, and that looked to be it. Last kick of the game, literally, Dan Damjanovic equalised after a handling offence from Kobe defender Leo Osaki. So Hatari Yamaguchi, the captain's off, Nagisa's on. That's the one change, and 2 teams who could both qualify for the next stage of this AFC Champions League. All locked together, sets us up very nicely indeed. Aquino and Clayton coming together there. Clayton with one of the experienced figures within the side, including Elio, the 36-year-old defender, 40-year-old Montenegro international Dan Damjanovic. Has a lot of experience within the Kitchee side. Aquino there, wearing 14 again for Kobe. So much down the years, professional football, 34 years of age, played in Germany with FC Köln, as well as his spell before Kobe with Urawa Red Diamond. So we have players who have certainly been around, involved in this significant fixture, comfortably collected, and well, Matthew Orr has been certainly in the early minutes of this second half heavily involved. This is Ozaki, who's handling offence, conceded a penalty. Another long, searching ball. Inoue, who scored in the reverse fixture. No way past 19-year-old Shinichi Chan. Here's the change, Nagisa with an early touch in the second half and then floated towards that far side, kept in, and still another opportunity on the angle to test that Kitchee defence. They in turn clear, and Janovic was the target. Here he is again. Dejan Damjanovic, the 40-year-old, and successful on spot kick duties to tie it up at 1-1. Helio. First against second in Group J then, with Chiangrai United the other side propping up this division. They've been disappointing and they find themselves out of contention for a round of 16 place. Steered forward, Nagisa could take it in his stride. One of those inviting crosses, and the captain got there first. Really nice approach play by Nagisa Sakarachi to create the opportunity. And those Kobe fans behind the goal awaiting this corner kick. Chon Kun with the header, another corner. (6-0) victory for Kobe against Chiangrai United, and then the goalless draw against the same opposition. They won this one by 2-1 the last time the sides met, and they have a opportunity with Shion Inoue's corner, and the referee will just want things sorted out within that 18-yard area. Osaki and Kobayashi among those being talked to. Pushing and barging going on. Here comes the corner. Near post connection, but doesn't quite come off. Cesar can get things going again for a Kitchee side who are right back in this Champions League contest then. Is their Brazilian captain Helio to move that on to Shinichi Chan, and rather wasted with the final ball through. Involved in that build-up play. Matt Hoare furthest forward. It's gathered up by Miyakawa. Well, the second half is really nicely set up then. Going into the final day of these group matches, and so much to play for. He was caught there as he steered that ball through, and the referee has decided that will be a card, and the player who conceded a penalty, Raul Baena, is cautioned. A varied career in Spain and Australia among clubs that he played for. Espanyol Granada, Melbourne victory for Raul Baena. Rio Susi is the player preparing to take this Kobe free kick. All the players gathering outside that 18-yard area. Now they can make their runs. To be helped on. Damjanovic's header to set Kitchee forward. And then a lovely ball towards Lochi Chun. Still able to keep on going. And a flighted cross again, too close to Taya Mekawa. Well, they have looked really well matched throughout today's encounter, separated by just a single point. Last season was one in which the Hong Kong Premier League champions could not get beyond the group stage. Could today be the occasion where they improve on that record? Well placed, with some 25 minutes remaining of this second half, and well, just for a second, appeared Lincoln might be able to steal in there. John Kakun wasn't taking any chances at all, just got across there to divert it away, and it's behind for a corner because Lincoln was just waiting to seize on any opportunity that came their way. It was his penalty that gave Kobe the lead, only for Damjanovic to reply within moments and level it up at 1-1. Here is Shion Inoue with a corner routine then for Kobe. By the head of Heliola, taken away from the danger zone. Call plenty on that. And again, Helio and those Kitchee defenders able to do their defensive jobs, and now one long ball meant to send Damjanovic away, and never was going to get on the end of that, but continues to pose problems. It was Roberto's ball that was overhit, and here's Vissel Kobe with their latest attempted foray forward, a side that amazingly after 10 matches in Japan's J-League sit bottom of the table. Nagisa, the substitute, involved in this setup play and then hammered long, and no one in the opposition half. Back with Miyakawa. Kobe going into this game as group leaders, favourites to progress. But it was the opponents from Hong Kong who had more scoring chances, more shots on target, more shots overall, despite the possession statistic favouring Kobe. Just tries to squeeze that down the line. Does Rio Hatsushi. There's 19-year-old Shinichi Chan taking his place in this Kitchee defensive line. Nagisa again opts for the square ball. Room on that far side then. Almost an hour played. Yamakawa, and then it's helped on by Inoue, and then broken up. Too far in front of Damjanovic. Both sides conceding possession. Look, still 68% possession for Vissel Kobe. But it's 2 penalties, a spot kick each. And into the final 30 minutes. Still the prospect of both of these clubs featuring in the knockout stages. Yamakawa can bring it forward, and then first time by Nagisa to Hatsushi, trying to squeeze that in at the near post. Well, Cesar was alert to the danger, made the save in a game where he's not really been called into action too often in this one. Nicely brought out of defence. Clayton. Ruslan Mingus off, and across that back line once again from Kitchee. Among their successes in this group, a 3-2 win against Chiangrai United. Matt Orr returning to their side, hoping to end this group campaign on a high and on a winning note. Certainly the least required, a draw to make certain, having to defend as Kobe try and build something from the back. Really a match where two teams just waited for the opening. It seemed as if it was going to be deadlocked at 0-0, and then huge drama in the final moments with a Lincoln penalty for Kobe, and then Damjanovic replies from the spot for Kitchee. A real burst of action late on, and that is the way it remains with, what, 17 minutes played of this second half. The group winners will be going through, that we are certain of. The advantage for these sides is with a 3-team group. They have not had the same number of demanding matches that other group rivals have been involved in. Lifted forward, another header importantly won by that Kitchee defensive line, and then they in turn can look to bring it away. Sliding challenge coming in to concede the throw, Leo Osaka, and it's time for Osako and Muto to make their second half introduction. Yoshinori Muto, it's part of a double change, and in fact 3, because Yuta is also coming on. This was Lincoln's all-important contribution. Has rolled that into the bottom corner. Commendable composure by the 21-year-old. His day is done, and his contribution is a telling one. caught on Nagisa at the start of the second half. More changes then to follow as they attempt to find a second goal. Clayton there, 35-year-old Brazilian then, waiting to hopefully get involved from this throw-in, which was taken by Shinichi Chan. Another chance then to launch that in towards the 18-yard area. It's the long throw, looking for the flick on. And now, first time, hammered clear, just one to chase. It is Yoshinari Mutu, there he is, who's just come on. Difficult to predict which way, if any, this game is going to turn. Certainly no dominant outfit so far, no one really able to, for all the possession that was enjoyed by Kobe, it just didn't carve out enough in front of goal. Who can take control of second half proceedings then? Stakes could not be higher. Plenty of changes made by Miguel Angel Latina in search of a winner for a side topping the Group J. But you know the scoreline as it stands will be enough for them. Trying to unlock this Kitchee defence. It's proved difficult throughout this contest. And Nagisa decides to go all the way back to Miyakawa, and they will start again. Yutagoki. Again, comes out second best in that aerial challenge. Yuki there to just return the ball to Yamakawa and then across that back line. Decide that left-hand channel may be their best chance, and almost drifting in. This time it's thumbs up from the substitute who's just come on. Osako couldn't get the final touch, but I think for a moment Paulo Cesar was just relieved to see that go the right side of the post from his point of view. One of those cross-cut shots that can so easily drift in. So Goke in and Muto on and Nagisa on and Osako on. And just an altogether different look about this Kobe side. I'm still waiting for changes from the Kitchee coach, Alex Chuchi-Kon. He has so far resisted the temptation to change things around, to mix it up, entrusting the players out there from the start with a free kick of their own. Chechun Kakun is one of those that has ventured forward. Clayton waits, all on the edge of that 18-yard area. They have posed a threat in that final third as it's chipped in, looking for the header back across goal. And behind it goes, and came off a Kobe defender. It's going to be a Kitchee corner. Damjanovic's spot kick, dragging them back into this Champions League fixture. He'll take his place in that penalty area. Roberto is among those forward. With a corner routine, Kobe defend and then caught first time on the volley, a second chance, he still can't find a way through. It was Ruslan Mingazov, both occasions his route to goal was blocked. Hoisted long, and that will be easy enough for the defender just to leave it for Meikawa. So the result that certainly, if it stays this way, the scoreline, a result that would certainly be a welcome one for the Hong Kong Premier League champions. The point, the draw that they needed. They are 20 minutes away from achieving that and would draw level on points with the table toppers at the moment. Japan's Vissel Kobe well stopped and clearly fouled a free kick. Utagoke is the player that is sent tumbling. Started the second half so well, did Matthew Orr for Kitchee. Gives away that free kick. Maybe work for Paulo Cesar to do. Are we to have a late winner in this second half? There was certainly plenty of drama in the final moments of the opening 45. Hatsushi standing and waiting with a left foot ball that is dinked in, heading goal with Cesar Staves, still alive, looking for support, onto the right foot, tried to drag it back. The players are back. It was Yoshinero Muto who tried to cut it back across the face of goal, but Hatsushi's set piece caused all problems, all sorts of problems, and the keeper came across, and then Muto trying to cut that back across goal. There's the header, and in the end does enough. Always expected to make that sort of save. Shion in a way, bit of pressure from Kobe towards that back post, cushioned header. Well, they have waited and resisted the temptation, but looks like Wang Yang is about to come on. Decent spell that for Kobe, as that is hooked away. But a moment before that, a set piece that almost worked out. Cesar with a save, and it's like Yang Huang is the player just waiting on the touchline, about to come on. There's the change, and well, Matthew Orr started the second half strongly, but he is the player sacrificed. Goes behind for the goal kick, despite the best efforts of Ruslan Mingazov. Well, Alex Chuchi has made the change. Wang Yang has come on. Pass count, and we have just over 15 minutes remaining in this one. Two clubs that, based on the current scoreline, are both heading through to the round of 16. Makara just moved on to Nagisa, who has it back again. Makino could bring it forward. Certainly had to be very patient in their best attempts to breach this Kitchee defence. As that is a lovely ball played in and met with a header that flies wide, but it's another decent chance for Kobe. What a lovely ball. The run and the cross did really well. And Unagoke, who had just come off the substitutes bench, was there first but could not head it on target. Good opportunity for the Kobe substitutes. Yamakawa is another to make way in the final minutes. Ozaki is on. You say Ozaki. Bringing the changes is Miguel Angel Latina. Well, when they last met, it was Kobe that ran out winners by 2-1. All tied up at 1-1 here. He's not been able to get involved as much as he did in the first 45 minutes. Dejan Damjanovic, which is number 9. Swept to this near side. Brought under control by Udagugi, and then Nagisa involved into feet. And again, it was meant for Udagugi, pulled up there, felt the hamstring, player down. And his match may well be at an end with, what, 12 on the clock. Our match referee from the United Arab Emirates. Yes, it's Ruslan Migazov, who only joined Kitchee in March, featured for Slavia Prague previously. Maybe Alex Chuchi Gones forced into change of formation, certainly. And a change of playing personnel. He's resisted making wholesale changes. Huang Yang has come on. Hobbles away for the moment at least. Just pulled up very sharply indeed. Well, we have just over 10 minutes left then. High stakes. to get to the final day with something on this fixture for both clubs, and that's where we are. Do the Hong Kong Premier League champions decide, let's just hold this scoreline as it is, let's sit back, or do they look for a winner? They're at that stage where, remember, the scoreline as it is takes them through. Kobe, with the changes they've made, want to top the group. That was their aim. Their coach made that abundantly clear in the build-up to the final group game, so they will continue to look for a way through, and that's a delightful ball. Bit of pressure from the Japanese side. Clayton's tackle, Clayton's challenge. There's one side at the moment that are going for the win, enjoying yet more possession. What their opponents, Kitchee, have done well, though, is they have defensively stuck with the task and frustrated Kobe time and again. Aside from the penalty kick, been a decent defensive display. And the coach decides Tong Kinman's the player to bring on with, what, 8.5 minutes left. Lord Chin Chung makes way. His ball, just well read, and that sets Damjanovic forward on the charge, and then he in turn is dispossessed. It's won back by Kobe, trying to find a way through his Goke. A couple of blue shirts around, and instead Yuta Goke gives away a free kick. One of the changes that has been made, along with Muto and Osako and you see Azaki, all have been brought on in this second half as Kobe look for a winner. Yet more changes this time from the Kitchee bench are imminent. Helio prepares and does take that. Wasted and out of play. Sekande is wearing 88 and is the player preparing to make a late second half introduction. Saki to spray a pass to this near side. It's a delightful ball and let down. Acknowledges that. It was a lovely ball. Well, those Kobe fans hoping for a late winner. Their side preparing for a place in the round of 16. Paulo Cesar can clear, and it's Damjanovic's header on. And Merkawa can just roll that out to one of his defensive colleagues. Nagisa and Saki. Well, they've got just over 5 minutes if they are going to find a late breakthrough. Well, it's a second half spell where Kobe are again dominant, all the football, all the pressure, and a free kick in their favour. Well, Clayton unhappy, but it was his challenge that is penalised. And the 35-year-old Brazilian will have to defend a free kick routine. There he is, still having words with the referee. Cesar on his defence, see out the final 5 minutes for stoppage time. Remember, this scoreline worked for them, cannot afford to concede in the final minutes. With a Kobe free kick, which is fired in and drops wide. Anxious moments this for Kitchee. And those defenders being really worked. Plenty of pace on that. Came off a Kitchee player. Shinichi Chan was the player that got ahead on that to concede yet another Kobe corner. And the corner count favours them. 6-4. Is this the one they could make something from? Yes, they can. It is a set piece, and it is worked brilliantly. They have edged in front in the closing minutes, and it has come from a corner, able to get the header in unchallenged. And what a big, big blow that is for the Hong Kong Premier League champions, who concede in the final minutes. Just so much space to make the header count, and it is Yoshinori Muto who is the man for the moment. And what a big, big contribution that is for Kobe, who are heading to the round of 16. Well, one of the second half substitutes then, with a goal on 87 minutes. A big moment in this final group game for these two clubs, sitting first and second in Group J. Well, they certainly threatened with their second half pressure. A coach that decided to make all wholesale changes, and he has been rewarded. And the Hong Kong side will be disappointed in the manner in which they conceded that goal. Well, Akandi's been waiting for his chance. Only got a couple of minutes as Alex Akandi to make any sort of impression. It is running away from Kitchee unless they can come up with something spectacular in the closing moments. A 1-1 scoreline that favoured them, and suddenly they find themselves 2-1 down and no time left, really. Well, a minute plus whatever the referee decides to add on. It is not long to find a very, very late second half comeback, and that sense of urgency that you anticipate from a side who are trailing. Baina was just bundled off the ball. Can they find an equaliser? They have got a free kick. Muto, the goal scorer, is the player that in the referee's eyes gave it away. This will be one of their last chances. Wait to see how long is left on. Well, they replied when they went behind to a Lincoln penalty. They got back straight in the game with Damjanovic's spot kick. Can they do the same again? Angle with the cross, which is Cornel. Header drops over. Damjanovic continues to threaten. Just got across his marker. 4 minutes is all they've got left now. Late pressure. Can they come from behind for a second time in this match? With a header, they most certainly can. What an extraordinary conclusion. That will be enough to take them through to the round of 16. For the second time, they are able to peg back Kobe's lead with a firm header, met at the first time of asking, and it is another corner routine that works perfectly well, and they look to be heading to the round of 16. Goal scorer Raul Baina, who was booked earlier, there's the header, and what a significant moment for Kitchee. Needed a draw, and in time added on, Raul Baina has brought it back to 2-2, 91 minutes played. And the scoreline they needed is back in their grasp. Kitchee 2, Kobe 2. Well, the first half, all the drama came in the final minutes, and the same with the second half. Left it very late. And we've been rewarded with 2 late goals, one from Yoshiniri Muto off the bench, and then, well, the goal at the other end. Big moment, well, Baina, and they're not finished yet. Remember, we're into 4 minutes of time added on, given away rather sloppily. Well, still something left in this. Just a look on the face of Kobe's coach, Miguel Angel Latina. Wanted to go out on a winning note with a victory. It is a red card for the challenge. One moment they are celebrating an equaliser, and now a red card is brandished for that incident off the ball, and a player that was celebrating just a moment ago with the goal that sends them surely through to the round of 16 is sent off in that off-the-ball altercation. Raul Baina's on his way. Hero to villain in a matter of minutes. Well, we have played the 4 minutes of time added on. They are a man down. They've given a free kick away, and it is Rio Hatsushi. Is there one late twist in this? Surely the last action of this Champions League group stage match. Bino sent off. Free kick Kobe. Nearly 95 on the clock. This is the last opportunity with a left foot corner, up and over, and that will surely be that. Tatsusi cannot make the free kick count moments after Albina was sent off. Well, it's the scoreline that Kitchee needed to be certain a draw they knew would be enough, and it is a draw that they have secured. They left it mighty, mighty late. A goal scorer who is then sent off. This was a match where the young 21-year-old striker Lincoln gave Kobe a 1-0 lead, and within a moment Dejan Damjanovic had equalised to send Kitchee in at the interval, all square at 1-1. And then off the bench for Kobe, Yoshinori Muto. It seemed as if his header would cause heartbreak for the Hong Kong Premier League champions, but there was that late twist. Raul Baidar with the equaliser again, a well-worked set-piece routine, and then Baidar was sent off. But it's the result that Kitchee needed, a draw that gives them that round of 16 football to look forward to. Late drama in the first half, late drama in the second half. 4 goals shared in the end, and 2 clubs that will be participating in the AFC Champions League knockout stages. Full time, Kitchee 2, Vissel Kobe 2.